Hi guys, Minerva here. Today I'm going to work on a project that I've been wanting to do for a while. I was finishing a junk journal, and as soon as I finished that, I cleaned these bottles. This is a project from Graphics Fairy, and what you do is you use some labels that they have and you apply them to these bottles, but first you paint them, ideally with chalk paint, but I don't have white or beige chalk paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a couple of coats of gesso. I'm using this gesso here. This one isn't as thick as the one I used to have, so I'll probably have to apply a couple of coats. This will make it so that it's going to provide a tooth for acrylic paint to or other media, uh, to attach the paint. Let me get I think I have the labels here. I printed them the other night. Here they are. You can find some nice labels in Graphics Fairy. Some of them are small for small projects, but you can apply the big ones, to furniture using several transfer methods. I'm trying to get. This is one of them. I believe there are 6 different ones. I like this one a lot. Here's the Levant. So that's what I'm going to apply on the bottles after I paint them. And then I'll distress the bottles. That's going to look real nice. They're the perfect size. But first, I have 3 bottles. So I'm going to choose 3 of these. And I'm going to apply a coat of, like this one has kind of like a moth or a bee. So I'm going to apply a coat of Mod Podge to seal them. Just in case they get wet, because if you decide to put flowers, water in the bottles, they might get wet and you don't want them to mess up. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. This is going to be maybe a 2-part video because you have to wait for these to dry. And my camera doesn't seem to have a pause. I just had this is the one I'm going to use with the gesso. And I just had another one. I was trying to clear the desk. Okay, let me find another soft brush. Maybe this one. This one is nice and soft. It's kind of small, but it's soft. So I'm going to apply some Mod Podge to seal this. I printed this on I wanted to say lacer, but it's not lacer. Well, maybe it is. Anyway, it's an ink that doesn't smear. It's on a Brother printer. because if I use the Kodak one, I was afraid that it's an inkjet and maybe the ink would smear. Maybe one coat would be enough, but if you want to be on the safe side. See, this is not smearing at all. Using a nice soft brush so that I don't get too many brush marks. So guys, as all most of you know, I live in Puerto Rico. Here we are having a lockdown also. It's been 2 weeks, I believe, and now they extended it for 2 more weeks. Which I don't mind. I really don't. My husband has to work because he works in a factory where they make surgical tools. So that's considered a what's the word she's using? An essential service. So he has to work, but I'm staying home. I've only been out to do groceries, and the last time I went out, I bought enough so I don't have to go out. Hopefully, in a while. I do have like a minor sinus infection. I always get these, especially now that spring is starting. So I applied the Mod Podge. I'm gonna let those dry, get them out of the way. And like I said, maybe I'll apply another coat. And I'm gonna paint one of the bottles with the gesso, which I've already put in this little pot. And I don't have a smaller brush. I was gonna cut this one down, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it as is. And I made a project a while back, and I covered some bottles with gesso, and it worked fine. Sorry about that. Those are my guineas. Something must have scared them off. Or I have guineas. I have roosters, chickens, rabbits. The ducks have been laying eggs, so no problem there. We'll have fresh eggs if we need them. So anyway, I was saying I live in Puerto Rico, right? And so far we have, last count, I think it was 71 cases. The governor has been really, hard on the lockdown. Curfew has been moved up 2 hours. I think it was 9 to 5 a.m. and now it's 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. And still people won't, won't take it seriously enough to stay in their homes, especially youngsters. Like the other night, the police tried to talk some youngsters in, to going in their houses because they were outside, and they attacked them. They attacked the police. So that's how much respect they have for authority. So as you see, this, the first, what's the word I want to find? The first hand is not covering much, but that will make the other one grab better. So what I'm going to do is Since we already have enough noise, I'm going to use my heat gun. Okay. Oh, they're loud today. So I'm going to apply another coat. See, this one is covering a lot more than the first coat. It says in the instructions to go like around like this. You know, it would help if the brush was smaller. I wonder what's wrong with these guineas. They're still babies, that's why they sound that way. So after after this dries, I am going to be using acrylic. I think I have antique white. You could use white if you want also, because you're going to be distressing this. And but I don't want it white, you know. Well, who knows? They do look nice in white after you distress. To distress it, you're going to be using some sandpaper or anything that you can use to just scrape a little bit of paint off. It's important to use brown bottles because when you scrape some paint off, you can see the brown. That's why it's better to use a brown bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this one also. And put some more gesso here. gonna have to have a talk with these kids. I'm trying to see if I have a fine brush. You know, large. I think I had a fan brush. I don't see it though. Here's a small one. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my water bottle and use this one. It's best if you apply a thin. This is a little wet here. Thin coats work best. But since this is I'm just using this so that the acrylic paint will wrap. This is going to be the last gesso coat. Then I'll dry it and apply the acrylic paint. And that should provide full coverage. Well, I hope everyone's doing fine. Just want to stress how important it is that you stay home and expose yourself the least possible to this virus, because it is a strong virus and a, how do you say it, a dangerous one. The only way to stop it is to stop the cycle, you know, contagious cycle. The less people exposed to it, the better. Some people don't get it, but that's the only way, because there's no cure, there's no vaccine. So let me, okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Put my brush in the water and rinse it out. And I'm going to dry this again. I'm sorry for the noise. Okay, I think that's good enough. And I have these paints here. This one is, well, this one is shop paint. What do you know? Cashew color. I'm comparing it to this antique white. It's almost the same. So, now I don't know which one to use. Maybe I'll try this antique white. And maybe I'll just stress the label a little bit. I know the ones they use, I think they were white. Let me see if I have white. I should have some white somewhere. What's this? This is white. Maybe I'll go ahead and do it white. Make it white. Because so I'm in 21 minutes. Maybe I can do this in a quickly. I'm cleaning and drying my brush. The foam brush is great because it will leave, it won't leave as many marks. I have some parchment paper here, so I'm just going to drop the paint there. I think I'm going to need more than that. Oops. There you go. Okay. Let me dry my hands, because if your hands are wet and you touch the paint, will probably come off. Okay, here it goes. Oop. Yeah, you can feel this grabbing onto the... Yeah. Like, I'm getting coverage there. See how quickly that went? And hopefully, I think this paint has some little stuff in there. Huh. This is gonna look so pretty with some flowers in them, especially now for spring. You can't paint these any color you want according to your deck, but I think they look cute, like in white. Okay, I don't want to... I'm going to go ahead and dry this real quick because I don't want to... I was saying it's important for the paint to be dry before you apply more paint on it, because it'll probably just rub off. So I'm just going to go lightly with this last coat. And the reason you put the Mod Podge first on the label is because you don't want to put the Mod Podge after you glue the label on the bottle, because then you'll get Mod Podge on the bottle. First you Mod Podge the labels, paint the bottle, attach the label, and then when it's dry you can go ahead and spray it with some sealer if you want. You know, everything, seal everything down. That looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is, oops, I'm going to check the labels. Let me see which one I want to use. I like this one. This is dry. You can tell it's completely covered with the Mod Podge. So I'm going to dry the bottle and apply some glue. Okay, I'm going to fold this so that I don't get paint on anything right now. And we're going to decide what glue we want to use. I don't know, maybe I'll use Mod Podge. I have Mod Podge, I have fabric glue. Which is too messy. Just go ahead and use Mod Podge. Okay, it's dry. Brush the Mod Podge. Not too much, because you don't want too much seeping out of the label when you apply it to the bottle. Making sure the edges have glue. Enough glue on the edges. I could have made this into a sticker too. That would have worked. Okay. So you're not going to be able to, well, maybe if I lay the bottle down. So I'm just going to look for a nice spot, like right here. Put the label down and press from the center out. I was going to distress this a little bit, I forgot. The label. Press on the edges. you go. Look how cute that looks. You can check the edges. They want to come up on the edges because of the shape. You just keep pressing down. And I'm going to look for one way to press down on this is using some wrap, plastic wrap. You just put it over the label and squeeze down. You can use this with napkins also. Now I'm going to look for my sanding block, which hopefully is right here. Because I don't have any, well, I do have some, but I don't know where it is. Some sanding paper. So this is a sanding block that I use to distress paper. I'm going to try it on, let's see, right here. I'm just going to scrape a little bit. And a little bit came off. Maybe I can use the edge. There you go. There's a little came off. See, that's what you want. Just a little hair, a little here, a little there. It sands right off. Okay. And a little over here. A nail file will probably work also. I always have a nail file around here. There you go. Maybe it's a little faster than that block. See? You can use a nail file, sandpaper, sanding block, whatever works for you. You can probably scrape it off with something. So there you have it. There's a little bit of distress here and there. It needs a little bit here in the front. There. So that's what you want to do. You distress it as much as you want, and then apply some sealer, some spray sealer, matte, and there's your bottle. Isn't that pretty? I'm seeing kind of blurry there. I don't know if it's the camera or my glasses. So there's your nice bottle with the labels from Graphic Fairies. I hope you enjoy this and you try it. Remember, you need a round bottle. I think these were root beer bottles from the health food store. Beer bottle, root beer bottle. Wash them real good. Take the glue out. This one still has a little bit of glue here. And this one is smaller. No, this is the same. I guess these are all the same, huh? So anyway, gesso, if you don't have chalk paint, the color you need, gesso first and then whatever paint you want. And cover the label with some Mod Podge if you're going to be using water in the bottle. in case you get water on the bottle, and then seal everything up. So guys, I love it. Love, love, love it. What you can do is also, before I go, I am going to put, there's probably some on here. Let me see. This brush that I use to apply the stress ink. See that? I distressed the label a little bit. And there's the label a little bit distressed here and there. And you can do the same to the bottle before you seal it. You use a nice soft makeup brush. Just make sure you dab this before. Take the excess ink off, because then you'll just have spots, you know. Just a little bit. A little bit here and there where bottles, you know, normally get dirty. There you go. Okay, guys. Bye. Have a nice weekend. As nice as you can. Stay inside. Do some crafts. Read a nice book. Listen to music. Try new recipes. I'm making pizza today. I didn't have any cauli pizza, so I made my own dough. I mix regular flour with coconut flour just to stay on as much as I can on my keto diet, which has gone bonkers lately. But I'm going to try to make a pizza today with my, homemade crust pizza. Okay, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. Bye.